Hey guys, so today I'm filming Mum right now making a new sign for the MBR Beagles protest. Here it is.
Yeah. Hey, hello everybody. Yes, and I'm making this ready because later we're going to the MBR Acres again for the support of the protest to free the beagles in MBR Acres. As you all know, we have been joining the protest to free these poor dogs being bred for experimentation. So this is what my sign says. You see? Will it, okay? That says, how do I take a picture of that? Let's say, will the Queen allow it if they were Corgis, Labradors? And Labradors, why Beagles? I think that's a good catchy sign for this. I think it's a appropriate sign for this occasion.
Loads of batteries.
So guys, this is how a beagle looks like when it's a puppy. How can we allow this beautiful creature to be tortured? Look at this. Hello. What's the name of your puppy? Your beagle? Copper. Copper. Hello, Copper.
Busy.
Yeah, busy look at that.
1 minute he's doing that and then he's asleep.
Oh, he has found something. I think it is a... what have you found in there?
I'm not sure.
It's a it's a tissue paper, probably something. Someone wiped.
He's not mine. He belongs.
Oh, okay. Hello. Can I touch?
Yeah, he's really friendly.
Oh yeah.
Are you Harry's friend? Are you Terry's friend?
Harry.
Harry?
No.
Oh, because she was waiting for somebody to arrive from up north.
No.
Not you. Oh, okay.
No.
Ah.
No. So cute. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some tea.
What's the puppy's name?
Copper.
Oh, cool.
I like the painting.
That is nice. So is this a new vocation, John, or is it just something you've suddenly decided?
No, I've done paintings before.
Oh.
I've got to make sure it's not a wash.
I like it, but I realise
Oh, you're not in America.
it turns you a bit mad painting. It turns me mad. I realise how mad I am when I paint.
Yeah, it definitely brings out straight
Compulsive sort of, yeah, addictive.
So, since we were last here, so what's happened with the injunction?
Yeah. This company, this American multinational company, their first response is to try and crush us with a massive sledgehammer, a massive draconian injunction, which would stop this. It would stop you even coming here. The injunction would allow, very kind of them, to come here once a year with 100 people, and you would be allowed to go over there for 3 hours a week, between 12 and 3 o'clock on an allotted day.
What about the camp, John?
will the camp have to?
Yeah, the camp, there'll be an exclusion area from here. Yeah, of course there would. That's if the injunction is granted in its full, how MBR have presented it.
Yeah.
In the past, these people they were able to pull the strings, and they always got exactly the injunction they wanted. But we're feeling this time's different because we've got so much massive public sympathy.
Yeah.
You've got like weird things like Priti Patel even saying she's shocked and horrified. So you've got like, there's a lot of people who are not going to let us get squashed. They want to squash us as a big massive multinational monster, but we've got enough support now that we're not going to get alienated. So the judge actually adjourned the injunction hearing, which is fantastic news. She could have just gone.
Oh yeah, which has probably happened before, but now
it always used to happen like that. Yeah, anything they wanted, they got. Now maybe hopefully they've lost their seat at the big boys' table, and it's them now that's getting ostracised. It's them now that's getting alienated. They kept themselves alienated. They hid themselves away in this community for 50 years. So they're used to being alienated, but now they can feel the anger, the animosity. People are actually disgusted, you know?
Yeah.
And people want action. We don't just want to complain about it. This is wrong. We need something done. That's the appetite, is to get something done this time round. As opposed to just like campaigning and talking about it. We want an inquiry, but that inquiry into this industry is going to take years. It'll take a year to set it up. But in that time, we need some action, which is to free these beagles. They could ban. I actually think the Tories may be thinking of banning dog experiments. I think that as a little Union Jack Tory project.
I think, I would agree with that.
You've got Ian Duncan Smith, like repulsive character. He's campaigning to increase fines for pet stealing. So you've got these like right-wing Tory people attaching themselves to dog world. Do whatever you do, politicians. As long as it gets results. We need dog experiments banned. You know, that's the appetite. So, and then once we ban dog experiments, then the big scientific debate ends. You know, we can ban dog experiments because we don't want puppies to be tortured. But we either need puppies to be tortured or babies die, or we don't. And it's glaring obvious we don't need puppies. That's a fallacy, it's a lie. So let's ban dog experiments. Then scientifically, we can realise we don't need it. Animal experiments, not only do we need them, they're dangerous for our health. They mislead. They're intended to mislead. They're intended to sell products. Animal experiments are there to get products on the market, whether they're toxic or non-toxic. Tick, 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 mice, rats, dogs. It's nonsense that we've all swallowed. Forgive my friend, we've swallowed this shit for 100 years, and we're not swallowing it now. Faith is gone in these big pharma, the big company. We don't believe them anymore, and this place is surrounded by secrecy. Cruelty and secrecy are terrible, terrible, terrible bedfellows. I can't tell you what they're doing. I can't tell you what they're doing in the laboratory. We can just guess, you know. We see the undercover films and it breaks our heart. And you don't get undercover films that come out and it's like, well, it's not that bad actually. They actually do adhere to their own horrific. I mean, up the road there, you know, the undercover film there, you're talking full on right hooks to puppies' faces, full on punches from grown men.
Oh my God.
And that's why they use the beagles, because they don't fight back. Try taking 9 blood tests from a cat in one day. Try that, day after day. Try taking 9 blood tests from a cat. The beagles, what they do, wet themselves, you know, shake. They appeal to our better nature, you know, and they don't get, nothing gets hurt.
That's appalling. I have to admit it is.
It's simple, children understand it. It's a motive, it's to do with emotions, and it's to do with 2021. What? Most people think that's banned. We're still doing that. We're still doing that crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Yeah, it really is.
It's like a witch burning. You know? It's like, it's nonsense.
So we haven't seen Sam today, and we haven't seen Bethany. Are they still coming, or is something happened to stop them coming?
Yeah, the police are making a series of very, very petty arrests for very, very petty offences. Sometimes we've had hundreds of cops up here, and what they're policing is obstruction of a highway. Do you know what the fine is for obstruction of a highway? £50 fine, maximum. I was arrested last week. I was arrested under the serious organised crime bill. It was designed for like Russian gangsters.
Oh my God.
The evidence they put to me is that I slammed my hand in the car. You can clearly see from I was standing like this. this camera practically, there's a woman with a dog in the road, a small dog. I don't like to see that. So I'm here every day, and I just stepped in front of her and said to the car, whoa, wait there. I turned around to the woman, I asked her to move the dog, she moves the dog. That's me harassing this car. Then they get to the top there, I'm on the megaphone, and the policeman, in all seriousness, his question is, and then you said stuff on the megaphone, as if you're a protester, and he's putting to me in a criminal interview that as if there's something to be ashamed of, that I said stuff, whatever stuff, man. I asked him, I said, this is meant to be a serious interview, you've got to ask professional, intelligent questions. You can't ask me, and you said some stuff on the megaphone. I've been saying stuff on the megaphone for 40 years.
Unbelievable.
And that was the level of the evidence against me. But they hoped to bail me. I'm actually bailed away now on a piece of paper from the police could come and arrest me today
Yeah, but for what?
for breaking my bail conditions.
Oh,
But who's granted those bail conditions? The police. The police could have gone and arrest me, but you can't argue with the police. I told them I'm going back to the camp, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I've called their bluff, and here I still am.
Good man.
Yeah.
Well done.
so
We're not going away, you know. They can't squash us this time round. I'm used to getting squashed, you know. When they put the whole might of the military-industrial complex, because that's what this place represents. But this time round, we've got an appetite where we're not giving up.
yeah.
And if people look after us and support us, the way they'll defeat us is putting us into a little box, calling us extremists, calling us
Exactly.
terrorists, calling us
Yeah.
thugs.
They've got to twist it to something that it isn't.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can justify the arrests and everything else, is because you are doing something criminal.
This isn't even an animal rights thing. This is like just you couldn't put a name for it.
No.
Would you class your name as an animal rights activist?
I'm not at all.
No. I
Absolutely
would.
not. I just don't like people doing this to dogs.
Yeah.
So end of.
I would have never met these people, you know, in a million years. Some of them. But what this heartbreaking. We've got to take a stand somewhere. Like, there's that many issues.
Yeah.
Isn't there? But
Of course,
sometimes
yeah.
something comes along of like, what, and it's down the road. Or I can do something about that, and that's what people are responding. Maybe we're sick of our powerlessness. Here's something we thought, enough's enough. Come on, it's like some Cruella de Vil thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
This is what we thought when we first came here. When we first met, we couldn't believe it was with dogs.
Yeah. It's
And
like
I
what?
think it's like-
Dogs in there? No.
It can't be. And the other thing is, what is it about beagles? I mean, why are they being discriminated against? Because this discrimination against beagles, why isn't it against other dogs as well then?
Well, tragically, there's a horrible reason for
Get it?
that. There's a horrible reason why. It's only because of their temperament.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is though,
They won't bite back.
if they were Labradors, so that like our new placard says, would the Queen allow this if they were Corgis or Labradors? Of course
No.
it wouldn't. It would never happen.
I mean,
But
the reason-
because it's a beagle, a beagle is what is it? Not a dog. I don't understand this equation about the beagle being something different to a dog. It must be, because any other dog wouldn't be allowed. Everybody
It's a
would be
stink,
stopped.
yeah. You know,
What
just
is that?
if any kennels was to like operate like this,